always trying to think of ways to flip my money, or what invest my money, as people would say. But for me, I'm always like, how am I gonna
Yeah,
flip
how am
this
I
money?
flip this money? Yeah.
So just kind of throwing out ideas. And the first idea was a vending machine for my son to put T-shirts in. And he's 12. I always teach him entrepreneurship. And he didn't quite gravitate to it like I expected. So then I asked my daughter, I said, oh, you want to do a vending machine and put eyelashes in it? And she was like, Mom, no, because they know I just kind of bounce from
Yeah, I
one
did.
thing to another ideas. And
What's up, world? We back at it. It's another episode from A to Z. I got a special guest with me, man. Ebony, the stylist expert.
the styling
The
expert.
styling expert. I don't want to mess that up. So I'm Ebony, the styling expert. Ebony got a whole bunch of stuff going on. Ebony is dope, and I can't wait for her to share this story with y'all about how she got started with her business. Well, you got businesses.
Correct.
Yeah, we're gonna put an emphasis on that. Businesses and just everything you got going on. The products that you got that you done showed us off camera are dope. The idea that you have is dope. What you did with the stimmy, you know how y'all getting y'all stimmy and just blowing it.
Lip that
She did
skinny.
something different. So we're gonna talk about what you did different. So go ahead and introduce yourself to the people. Let them know who you are, what you got going on.
Okay, so I am Ebony, as he said, the styling expert. Some people know me as the styling expert, but I am Ebony. I am the owner of Style Emporium, and Blu Lash Candy is my latest business, so I own that as well. So I'm here to just talk a little bit about what I have going on.
Blue Lash Candy. I guess we could. I don't know if I want to save that. We're gonna save that because
Save
that's
it.
so dope. We're gonna save that. So we're gonna
Okay.
come to that. We're gonna come to that. So how did you get into being a stylist?
Well, how I got into being a stylist was actually when I was younger. I've always been plus size, full figure, pleasantly plump.
Mm-hmm.
So of course, I had to get creative. Ever since I was little, like how people cut up clothes and always do different stuff with their shoes. And I was that chick when I was younger, always cutting up my clothes, always tie dyeing,
Just
just
being fresh, making
everything
stuff.
to try to be creative because there was no plus size clothes. If you remember here lately, plus size clothes kind of came about the last, what, 10, 15 years?
Yeah,
Really, if it was plus size, it was like old lady-ish. So
yeah. It
I
didn't
had to
have no
get
style
trendy. It
to
didn't
it.
have no style to
Yeah.
it. So I used to take men's clothes. I used to take, of course, plus size clothes, cut it up, make it small, tie it in a knot, make it look trendy. And at first, I never understood where all that came from. I just always been very, some people would say, weird. But um,
They
now I
called
can
that
see,
weird. Well, yeah,
yes,
back then, yeah.
yes, yes.
And now it's trendy.
Now it's trendy. Now
Want to
it's
have the stuff
stylish,
that look different from somebody else that stands out.
vintage
Yeah.
stuff, thrift store
Now it's
stuff.
okay to be
Like
weird.
now, everybody,
Yeah.
it's the cool thing to be weird. So that's how I got started, and just kind of realized that working in corporate, I wanted to do what I love. So I'm like, I'm a style. So I started with doing hair, and that's because we lived in Jacksonville. I made plans to move to Atlanta, so I moved. I went to fashion school, and quickly realized that I didn't want to make clothes. I'm a stylist, meaning I like the clothes that are already constructed, and I can tell you how to put them together. So I did fashion school for a little while, and I had to come back to Jacksonville. So it was like, okay, it's time to follow my dreams. So I just kind of went full throttle. I studied a few people in the business here that was doing it on the side, like hustling.
Yeah.
But I knew that I didn't want to do that. I wanted it to be my
Full
actual
legit. I got
dream,
you.
full legit, professional. So I did it. I studied it, put my goals together, and went full throttle.
So you said corporate. You were in corporate. What were you? What were your job? What did you work?
When I worked in corporate, I did mortgage. I went to school for mortuary.
Oh, okay.
That was really what I really wanted to do.
There's some money in that.
Yes,
Now. Yeah.
I didn't want to do the funeral side. I just wanted to kind of come in, embalm, do the makeup, and go, dress them real nice, and go.
Still a form of styling.
It is.
Yeah.
It really is. What else? I did mortgage. Everything. I've always had two jobs. Like, even in school, I started at Chick-fil-A in the mall. I was at the movies. Like, I've always did stuff that I love to do. So that's why I like working, because I won't do it unless I love it.
Love it, yeah.
So,
You gotta have that love and that passion for it.
yep.
Definitely, man. So, working in corporate, at what point did you say? Because you said you went to Atlanta and you came back to Jacksonville. Were you in corporate then when you came back?
When I came back to Jacksonville, I actually was in the middle or the beginning stages of following my dream. I didn't want to come back to Jacksonville. I kind of dreaded it, but life circumstances happened. Um, Now he's my husband, but at the time we were dating, and he got a job here. So we kind of came back here. Things didn't work out in Atlanta the way I expected. But when I left, my pastor told me there, he was like, Ebony, all of your plans that you have, Atlanta is oversaturated. He was like, you need to go back to Jacksonville.
What year was this in Atlanta?
2016.
Yeah, definitely
Yes.
oversaturated.
So he was like, you need to go back to Jacksonville. So I did. I cried. But when I got back here, I'm like, okay, what are you going to do? So I started doing hair because I knew that that would transition me into styling because, of course, Jacksonville was not entertainment city per se. So I had to transition into styling. People always ask me, like, you never going to do nothing with clothes? And I'm like, yes. But
Right.
I knew hair because I was always good at doing hair, too. So I started off as a hairstylist. And I'm actually still in corporate because I work for the school. I work team up.
Oh,
so
you
I
do?
don't get to the school till 4 o'clock. I work after school. And that's kind of like my mentor thing that I like.
I was going to
That's my
ask that.
fix.
What makes you want to do that? Because you already have all this other stuff popping.
Well, because I like mentoring and I've always liked it working with
you
like
gotta
young
like
ladies.
because Team Up don't pay you much.
No, they
so
don't.
That's something you gotta be passionate about.
Yes, I'm passionate about the activities, mentoring young ladies, teaching them life skills, stuff like that. So it gives me like that giving back to the community, that side that it kind of takes care of that. Plus, I still get paid, but that's why I still work at the school. I've been there since 2012. So
Wow.
my whole day, no matter what I'm doing at 4 o'clock, I have to stop and get to the school.
So you still do that to this day?
Still do it.
Even with the businesses you got going.
Even with the businesses that I got going.
Got you. That's dope, man.
Yes.
Giving back to the community, especially with those kids and the Team Up program, because you know how that is. They come out of school, going over there, they turned up, they
To the
rowdy,
max.
yeah, they ready to go. You
Yes.
know, I did the Team Up a couple of times too, at DuPont.
I'm at DuPont.
Oh, you at DuPont?
Yes.
When I was there, it was a lady named Coach Ice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you.
She's not there. I've been there
Yeah,
now. This
she's-
is my 3rd year.
Yeah, she's not there now. She moved back to Washington or wherever she was from. But at the time, that opportunity just came to me because I met her at the YMCA playing basketball, and she was like, "Hey, would you like to work with some kids and help me
Yes.
out?" I was like, "That's crazy," because I was doing that in Miami home. I worked at the YMCA and I did the same thing.
Yes.
So I was back in that field working with the kids, and it was fun though.
It is. It's fun.
They so excited to see you at the end of the, when they out of school. and
always.
They just on your coattail. Hey, Mr. Boston, can we do
Yes.
this? Mr. Boston? Just
So
like-
you can imagine me like,
Yeah.
Miss Ebony, your hair.
Yeah.
I love all this
yeah,
stuff.
they just like love. They just gravitate to you, and
Yes.
I had a chance then to like sit and talk with them about fashion and design and stuff like this. And this is when I was first getting my business going, like maybe the first 3-4 years in business. But the working the thing at DuPont just to have something else to do.
Right.
So that's pretty dope that you're
Yeah.
still doing it.
I don't like to end any of my streams of income.
Do you plan on, because at some point in time you're not gonna be able to go to this school
Well,
every day at 4 and stop what you're doing and go.
Yes. Someone asked me that earlier today. Normally I work summer camp. Last year I worked summer camp, and
that
I believe
summer
year
camp be
before
rowdy.
last. It was my first 2 times working. Usually I don't work summer camp. I take that time to work strictly for myself. But someone asked me earlier, am I going to be able to do it? And I don't think so. Like, I am really trying my best to hold on to the school with all I got. I love Team Up. But I honestly believe that entrepreneurship should drive you and push you out of your job or
Yeah.
day job or whatever you're doing outside of that. So I'm almost to that point.
Maybe you could bring them to the location that you have now and kind of do some mentoring that way.
Yeah.
Because they'll still, that's another way to set up an opportunity to still have that ground base of dealing with the kids, but not
Yes.
having to report to them at a certain time
Right.
and stop everything you got going over here. And then they just come over there. You get a group of them and you swap them out, maybe 10
Right.
at a time. and the other 10, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that way everybody get a chance to get a piece of Ebony.
Yeah. Yes.
You know?
Eventually, I do want. What made me start Team Up is I want my own nonprofit for young ladies.
Yeah, that'd be
So
nice.
that's another reason why I haven't just let it go. I've learned so much. Like I can literally run a program by myself. As far as if I wanted to step out and start my own program, Team Up has taught me all of that stuff, the ins and outs, how to run a program, how to schedule the activities, stuff like that. So eventually, when I get a little bit more downtime, I would like a home, sort of like Springfield, like a girls group home, but not for runaways, for like fun.
Fun, yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
they have took all the community centers. Even back in the day, we used to just walk to the community center and have a good time. So I would like to do something like that. That's what started me with Team Up, but I know that's probably going to be when I settle down a little bit with styling and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Well, with this new stuff you got going on, you're gonna have to. So you gotta figure something. But you're learning from it, and you can take everything that you learn, apply it to your own thing, and start your own
Right,
whole facility going on
right.
with the same kids and kids that'll come behind them, and so on and so forth. And maybe one day they could have what we about to talk about.
Right.
Yeah, they can have one of these. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
yes, yes.
So I definitely want to jump into this because the product is dope, the packaging is dope, the idea is dope. Please explain to me how you came up and the people, how you came up with the idea of having your lashes inside of a vending machine.
So, I came up with the idea just sitting home in the pandemic. The first stimulus, I'm always trying to think of ways to flip my money, or invest my money, as people would say. But for me, I'm always like, how am I gonna flip
How
this
I'ma
money?
flip this money? Yeah.
So, just kind of throwing out ideas. And the first idea was a vending machine for my son to put T-shirts in. And he's 12. I always teach them entrepreneurship. And he didn't quite gravitate to it like I expected. So then I asked my daughter, I said, oh, you want to do a vending machine and put eyelashes in it? And she was like, Mom, no, because they know I just kind of bounce from
Yeah, I
one
did.
thing to another ideas. And it just like stuck to me like, okay, she don't want to do it, you do it. And the more I thought about it, like my story, I've always worn eyelashes before it became popular. I was like the eyelash person. Everybody know me like for my lashes. So I started that. My aunt had cancer and she started wearing eyelashes probably like 20 years ago or 15 years ago. It was way before it was popular. And so I started wearing them then. So as I kept thinking about it, I'm like, that's your thing. So
Right.
do it.
Yeah.
So it just was weighing on me heavy and I started looking for the machine. And at first I was looking everywhere like China, just crazy places.
Yeah, trying to get the machine.
And something said go to Craigslist. And I found a vendor for the machine. He had been working with vending machines for over 10 years and he was selling his machines. So of course I really believe in like the Lord, divine connection. So if something is heavy on me, it's like do it.
Right.
So I made the phone call and it was so easy and the machine was like less than $1,000. It was nice, it was sleek, it was everything that I imagined and I didn't even have to ride an hour to go pick it up.
Wow.
So that was the first step, like, okay, I'm doing this. So I went to go get the machine. So mind you, I think we got $1,200 with our stimulus. What did we
I
get
didn't
the
get
first
this thing,
time?
but 12.
Yeah. So mind you, I didn't spend $1,000.
Right.
I went and picked up the machine, and then I'm like, okay, eyelashes. I remember a hair store owner told me that he could get eyelashes for me, but he never mentioned like wholesale or distribution. So I have a friend of mine, or should I say she was one of my clients for styling. She has a lash studio. And just kind of talking to her and throwing the idea around, she said, I have a connection for you. And I was like, are you serious? And she said, yes. And it's the connection, like China, the plug, like, and it's good quality lashes. She was like, I've done that for years before I started doing the individuals.
Dang, so she gave you the plug.
She
And
gave me the plug. And when I say I didn't have to search anymore, I don't even talk to the people that supply my lashes. Like, we do everything online. It was just so easy. And so I started looking at the pricing. the packaging, even what I envisioned for the packaging,
Right.
I
And that
started.
packaging is dope.
Yes, like it just started really coming to me. Like I don't have a way to explain it. I didn't. It just came to me like, okay, what can I do with my stimulus? So the vending machine came easy, the connect came easy, and from there, just like with my first business, it was like if you're an entrepreneur, you'll understand. It was just like that push, like somebody about to push you out,
Right,
like
right.
your own body, like do it. And I always say that's the Lord, but for some people they believe in, whatever you believe in. But for me, it was the Lord, like do it. So I just went with it, and like I always tell people, Lord kind of ordered my steps, and I just followed it, and it came out exactly how I envisioned it. The paints, I knew I wanted to have a color that made it pop, made it stand out.
Yeah, I like the colors, man.
Yeah, I'm not like a pink type chick, so I'm like, okay, what other color can I do? And my friend, her husband, owns a auto body shop, so he painted my machine for me. I wanted to get it wrapped, but he told me where to pick out the paint. So when I got there, the nail color that I had on was the blue.
Wow.
And the guy was like, do that color. So I did, and it came out amazing. And I needed a name. So I kept throwing the name around, writing down names. And I'm like, blue, something with candy. And it kind of just flowed, Blu Lash Candy.
Wow.
So I just really followed my heart, took the steps, always trying to figure out a way to invest my money. I don't like overhead. So I was trying to think of something that I could invest in
That has no
that
lower
bought big
overhead,
profit
yeah.
but low overhead. So the machine came.
Where did you set it up at?
Well, at first it has been in my storage. I don't have it set up where it's somewhere where you can go to the machine. I brainstormed the idea to do it airport, the mall. A lot of people been saying, why don't you do it this place? But I came up with the idea of vending with it because it's a vending machine and because I wanted to network, market.
Oh, so you'll set it up at different vendors.
So I'll go
as a-
to different pop-up shops,
Yeah.
bridal shows, parties. Like this weekend we'll be in Tampa to a lash. It's called the Lash Brunch of Tampa.
And you're going to set up the vending machine,
Yes,
stock it up.
It's already
Oh,
stock
it's already
loaded.
stocked.
We travel.
Where you put it? Like, because it's big. How
It
you-
is right now. It's in my studio
Okay.
because I launched it in my studio.
Y'all got a truck? Y'all got it?
Yes,
in?
we got a truck. We did get a truck to load it, to transport it. I am working on something big for transporting it because, of course, I am doing multiple machines. The next vending machine will be in Atlanta. So
Where at in Atlanta?
well, I've partnered and connected with some people. I just left Atlanta this weekend, and I went to partner with a few companies there that have the interactive museums where you go in, and it's almost like a bunch of different set up, and people just go in, interactive, take pictures.
Yeah, like a selfie museum.
We don't have one here in Jacksonville.
It's
I'm
one
going to
co-
say that again.
No, it's one coming.
I was going to say we don't have one
No,
yet.
but it's one coming.
I do. I know. So,
Got one coming.
right.
Yeah.
It's two places there that I've
Yeah.
made connections with there in Atlanta to pop up there. I also want to do, Atlanta has this new black market where people go pop up, do pop-up shops. It's all mostly black businesses. So we're everywhere. Like we popping up, we're everywhere. Second machine is in Atlanta. I have an idea for the third one. I don't want to share it quite yet.
I think in one of these malls would like kill it.
Yes.
Middle of the mall, you go in there, you get some. That's my question. Do you put quarters in, is it dollars?
The
Like, how
vending
this work?
machines only
Swipe
take.
the card.
Well, my next one does have a card machine on it. The vending machine only takes ones. I found that out. Most vending machines take dollar bills ones. So I do accept Cash App, so I can exchange your cash for you to make it convenient. We can do PayPal as well. We ship lashes, so if you don't catch the machine, I do have over like 70 selections of lashes. So what I'm doing with them is releasing them like 20 at a time, different varieties. So if you don't catch the machine at any of the events, we can ship. You can order, and we'll ship them to you.
See, let me see this one. That one. Let me see that one. I like
Here's
this.
my packaging.
Here's the packaging, guys. It looks
Lollipop.
like a lollipop, right? And I guess because I'm a guy, I would have just thought, hey, we're going to put the lashes in the box. I'm gonna put them in the machine and go. You went a step further and made it look like candy. Right? This is dope. To make it look like candy, so it's even more attractive to the eye when I see this in there. Like, oh, let me get the lollipop.
Yes.
Let me get, what is that one?
This is the candy packaging, and the good thing about this one is I'm thinking about discontinuing those. I love it. It's pretty.
No.
Well, I'm gonna say why, because I like to be transparent.
I don't even wear no lashes. I would buy this because just the setup.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna take that into consideration.
Yeah, the way that the presentation, it makes me want to buy this. You know what I mean?
The reason why I like these is because now you have something to keep your lashes secure. So when you take them off, because they're reusable, you put them in here. And for us ladies, we love to just take our lashes off.
Yeah, and put them
so
in
now
there.
we have somewhere to put them in. And I've learned this through trial and error, just like any
my
business.
fiance take them off. She put them over here,
put them
over there. I'd be like, yo, your lash, it was in the living room.
This takes care of you not putting your lashes on your dresser,
anywhere,
on your pillow, on your boyfriend's shoulder, just anywhere.
They just be anywhere.
Yes. So,
hey,
I love those. They're very dope. I love the concept.
I like that too. It's just all dope.
I just love that we can put our lashes in here. For a woman, this is more important. But I love those too. It's very nice. It's fancy. I actually use this packaging for, if you know how the vending machine is set up, the last two rows have smaller slots. So the bigger ones can't fit in the smaller slots. So
Got you.
this is in there for the smaller slots. Yes.
That is dope.
Yes.
So what's the overall goal with Blu Lash Candy?
The overall goal with Blu Lash Candy is to be global. I want machines everywhere. I've had so many people like, I see machines everywhere, and I'm like, me too.
Yeah.
So the goal is to have our machines everywhere, for the convenience of, you could be wherever you need to go. There's a machine for you to get eyelashes if you forget your eyelashes at home, ladies. For guys who don't know, that's important to us. Our makeup, our eyelashes.
What do you have to do to get it in the mall? Because I'm looking at it like an investment now.
Everybody has been asking me that.
I just put in on the machine and we get the location, put it somewhere, and then I sit back, collect, and then we go back and restock.
I'm gonna hold you to it.
Collect, we go back and restock.
Y'all hear him?
Yeah. Listen, if we could get it in the mall, I'm down.
Okay. So
I am down.
You've said this in front of everybody.
Yes.
Y'all hear?
Yeah, I'm down.
Airport malls, the reason why I did not decide to do those places first is because of the overhead. Remember, I invested and I don't like a lot of overhead.
Right.
So for me, I did some research on what it's going to take. And it's like I don't want to break even. I want to make profit off of it.
Yeah.
So I don't want to get in over my head when I didn't even pay that much for the machine, for the mall to charge me to lease it. And, to have anything in the mall is not cheap.
Yeah.
So that was my first plan, was to have it in the mall. I went to scope out some of the malls where they have the vending machines set up. I didn't like some of the locations in the malls here local.
They do be having things.
They have it in the corner, in the dark.
Yeah.
So
they down the road that you don't go down.
Right. You don't see them. Regency is closed. Orange Park is the traffic isn't heavy. And you got to think I started this during the pandemic, where all I thought about is people are not going to be living their life the same. So it's not a lot of foot traffic in the mall. Christmas, it wasn't even as full as it usually is during Christmas, where it's that heavy traffic. Yeah. Same with the airport.
It's picking back up.
It's picking back up slowly.
It's picking back up.
So I have an idea to have it sitting local. I have had a lot of people ask, like, where can I just go to the machine? So I do have an idea to put it local where you can't just go up to the machine. But I did do the research for the mall and the airport, and the main reason why I did not decide to launch it at first in there is just because I didn't want the overhead, and I did it during the pandemic, and I knew that it's slow, and just the main purpose of most places where you see a vending machine, people are just walking past it. So I want it to be fun. I want it to be in your face. I thought about like Essence Festival.
Yeah.
I thought about ways to actually get me beyond Jacksonville. That was another thing. Like, I'm ready to transition for styling. So I'm like, okay, the machine is a way to network. When you see the machine, it's like, wow. When I went to Atlanta and showed people, they're like, wow. So I'm like, okay, I would rather travel with it and vend and set up concerts, events, anything that has to do with ladies, even bachelorette parties, girls' night out. If you want to, want us to come to you, set up. We have something special coming up. We're going to set up a lash bar. So when we bring the machine, it's not just you purchasing your lashes out of the machine. I also, provide the service to put the lashes on, apply them on.
Oh, so you apply them too?
Yes.
That's another fee.
Yes, that is another
gotcha.
fee. We do charge additional to put them on. But for the convenience, if you don't need me to put them on, you just want to grab and go, then we have the vending machine. So my plans is not just the vending machine. My plans is for Blu Lash Candy to be a global company for eyelash extensions.
Man, I can see that happening too, man. The packaging, the product is dope. It's not just a box, and it's not of lashes. You know what I mean? It's the presentation is on point. I like the colors.
Yes.
Everything behind it. I like the name.
Yes.
So yeah, it's dope. I want in.
I wish I could say everybody. I was like, how did you come up with it? I wish I had I just was sitting around in the house, got my stimulus, and I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do to flip
it?
it?
That stimmy.
Flip my stimmy.
That's called a stimmy
and
pack
flip
right
the
there.
second one.
Yeah.
Look, the second one I've invested more lashes. Like that's just what I did.
That's what's up. How can the people get in contact with if they have a party coming up, they got an event coming up, and they want to have Blu Lash Candy, that they want the whole setup?
Well, for now, you can email me at Blu Lash Candy. Blue is spelled BLU LASHCANDY @gmail.com. We are working on the website. We're getting the website loaded, trying to figure out some things how we want as far as selecting the lashes. The makeup artist, esthetician, we're selling to them in wholesale, so the pricing is going to be a little different for them. So we're just kind of working out all the kinks with that. But for now, you can email us. I'm also keeping up with all of the latest events, making some moves, networking with a few business owners. We are going to be at the New Water Bar. I made a connection with her.
Yeah.
So
Vita.
she has an event coming up, so we'll be there too.
Shout out to Vita.
Yes. Meow Barks will be there.
Oh man,
we'll
Tracy,
be there
that's
Saturday.
another homie. Shout
That's
out
my
to Tracy,
girl.
Meow
And I want to
Barks.
say this: Tracy is my girl. I gotta say this. Tracy has been mentoring me for styling ever since I started 5 years ago. And then when I launched the machine, Tracy did a scholarship or giveaway during the pandemic for Black business owners. And I just gave it a shot, but she invested the first batch of lashes that went in the machine.
Yeah, Tracy's
so
special.
Shout out to my girl. That's my girl.
I'm gonna have her on the show. But she's always been like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like super supportive,
Yes,
super
yes,
helpful.
yes.
Whatever, what can I do?
Yes.
That's Tracy, man.
That's her. Yes.
And I love her for that.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's her all
We
the
have
time.
a few people in the city who's like that. I got to give one more shameless plug because we have something big coming up. I would hope that you guys will be a part of it. But me and the credit goat, Janae.
Oh, that's the homie there.
We have a big business block party coming up.
When is that?
June 12th.
Okay.
Hosted Gene.com, Beanie Maestro, few of the radio stations. We need media. But we're hosting a huge block party for businesses. This will be the first annual one. I had an idea, wanted to partner up with her because of her location. She's over there, Dunn Avenue area. She has the business center. But my goal for that is to see all of our Black businesses pack that lot out.
Come out there on that.
Have a good time.
We gotta go out there and set up.
Yes, definitely.
Come out there
Please.
And set up.
Have a good time, network. We're going to have the music set up.
Yeah.
We can dance, just like a block party, but business. You network, you walk around, get to know your fellow entrepreneurs here in the city.
And network.
Yeah. Like network
Everybody
equals
be in their own little bubble.
No.
Get
If
this
we
money
come together, get this money.
Because I'm gonna jump in on one of these machines. Y'all gonna be like, hey, I should have got it too, man. Yeah.
Yes. So gotta tell y'all about that. I had to tell y'all about that because I probably won't be back before then. But we're actually dropping the flyer for that. So I got some good things coming up for Jacksonville. I've been in business now almost 5 years. I kind of stayed behind the scenes. Thank you. Of course, I'm a behind the scenes chick, but it's time. It's time for me to kind of branch out. I do.
It's time.
I kind of shy away, but it's time. A lot of people,
you gotta step into that light.
Ebony, come on now. You've been behind the scenes long enough. You have a lot going on. So I got some good stuff coming up.
That's awesome. Yo, hold on real quick. I know y'all watching a good interview. I know you're getting some real dope information. I told you we bringing you nothing but the best people to talk to you, give you this information. But I need y'all to do a couple things real quick. One, I need you to hit that subscription button. Then 2, hit the notification bell. And then 3, leave a comment or like the page. Let us know what we need to do. I'm going to let you get back to it. But make sure you like, subscribe, and share from A to Z. Everything you got going on, even your spirit is bubbly. You know what I'm saying? I just like it, man. And it's an honor to sit here and talk to you. A pleasure. I'm glad that you came.
I'm glad to be able to come
even
by.
You hit me up like, hey, you still? I'm like, yeah, we still on.
Just wanted to make sure we was on.
Nah, but I appreciate that because I'm always doing that to everybody else. Like, hey, you still coming? Like, oh yeah. Like, hey man, this is about you and your business.
Yeah,
you know
I'm excited to be here.
But yeah, definitely, man. So this has been a dope episode. As you can see, she didn't take the stimmy and go, because a lot of people got their check, they just blew it.
They
went
still
and bought all
it.
type of stuff.
They balling.
They went on a trip and all this other stuff and just took the money and didn't do nothing that brought it back.
Right.
You took that money, had an idea, said, listen, I'm going to take this idea that I have, put it into play, and then I'm going to take the next stimmy and I'm going to invest that too. Because I got something else bigger I'm trying to do. Then we're going to take these on the road. Yes. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to put them in nice packages. Yes. The candy packages. It look like candy. I don't know if I'm supposed to wear it or eat it. Because that's how nice it looks.
Yes.
So it's dope. The whole idea is dope. And that's just what this whole podcast is about. It's just for me to interact with entrepreneurs, kind of like the block party, right?
Right.
Because we don't all get a chance to link up and talk to one another. You're busy doing what you're doing throughout the day, and then by 4 o'clock, you got to go over here and that, you know what I mean? Yeah. And you got your kids you got to deal with at the end of the day. And so the day is wrapped up and consumed with activity that's revolved around the business, trying to keep the business afloat, then other things, and then life things that we have to do. So I know on a regular, like I may see stuff people post on Facebook, this, that, and the third, and I try to give people their flowers. Now, I don't mind. I tell anybody, hey, man, I'm proud of you.
Right.
Or female, I'm proud of you. You know what I'm saying? Or congratulations and stuff like that. People be so, like, timid to tell somebody, hey, you're doing a good job. Or I love what you're doing. And I'm not trying to step into your room and take over all this stuff. And, you know what I'm saying? It's enough money for all of us. But that's why I wanted to put the podcast together, is to sit down with entrepreneurs, get a person like you to tell your story, because you just took me back to how you said you were plus size.
Right.
And then you took from being plus size, you didn't let that be like a thing to hold me down, like, oh, no, I'm plus size. Nah, I'm going to take this plus size thing, I'm going to flip it on y'all. I'm going to make these dope clothes. Y'all want to know where I got it from. Well, I'm the person. I'm the fly one now. You know what I mean? And then now people still gravitating to you from that. Then you got your mind going, and you tried to give it to the kids. Hey, you want this daughter? Nah, son, T-shirt? Nah, nobody. Okay, don't worry. Mama gonna do it.
Right.
And then now you got it going, and that's dope.
Right.
That is everything that this from A to Z.
Yeah.
And I love that. You know what I mean? That's super dope. Your story is dope, man. And I see nothing but greatness happening for you. So
Thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure talking to you. Hey, man, y'all tap in. Make sure you check out Blu Lash Candy.
Yes.
You got to see one of these vending machines. She done showed us the pictures, but you got to see it in person. It's dope.
Right.
Even the package set up, it's just all dope, man. And she really invested her time and energy into it, and she's showing you how she started it from point A and how she's going to Z, and the plans that she has. It didn't just stop like, oh, I got a vending machine, that's it. She got bigger plans. So we're going to see you at the top, definitely. Right. And I'm going to be at that block party. Well, we going to be at that block party.
Yes, y'all please come out. Please. Y'all can set up. Do a couple interviews.
Oh, yeah. We definitely coming out there,
definitely.
man. I would love that. I want to link with all the people, you know what I'm saying, that got something going on, man. But yeah, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe. Hit that like button. Hit the notification bell. That's how you know when the videos drop, because I get people asking me all the time, when the videos drop, just hit the notification bell. It'll come to your phone. Bing, just like that. Soon as we hit send, it's going to come to your phone. You can watch it wherever you at, or you can listen to it on all platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, iHeartRadio, Pandora. It's on all the platforms. Just type in From A to Z. This has been another episode. I really appreciate y'all for watching, tuning in. See y'all next time. Peace.